able to enter. The Bible says that, why couldn't they enter? To them that believe not. So watch this now. It says, all the people that did not enter the promised land, there was a fundamental reason why they did not enter the promised land. Just one reason. Number one, they did not believe. It was not because they worshipped a golden calf. It was not because they offered strange fire. It was not because of all the other things they did. The only reason why they did not enter was they did not believe. Verse 19 says, so we see that they could not enter in because of their unbelief. I want to notice that. They could not enter in, not for any other excuse. The Bible says they could not enter in because of their unbelief. So I want to explain this concept to you. Someone says, but some of them said things that God got angry. I agree. Some of them did things that God got angry. I agree. But the fundamental thing is that the Bible says they could not enter in because of their unbelief. This is what happens. And I want to show you how this works. Your belief is going to influence your actions. Your belief is going to influence your behavior. Your behavior will influence your action. And your action would influence your results. What do I mean? In life, result is an outcome. If you want to have a wife, it's an outcome. If you want to become a billionaire, it's an outcome. If you want to get pregnant, it's an outcome. Input is not accurate is because their behavior is not accurate. The reason why their behavior is not accurate is because their belief is not accurate. Let me give you a very simple thing. This is very simple. All of you that are married here, your wife brings you a plate of food and you say, honey, I cannot finish it. How do you know you cannot finish it? The reason why is that what you have said is your belief system. What you have said is not, because if she persuades you, you will finish it. Is that not true? But what you have said is exactly the way you believe. So guess what? As soon as the food comes, why do you say go and take away some parts? Because your belief informed an action based on the fact that you cannot finish it. Because you believe you cannot finish it, what happens? You took an action. Once you believe you are successful, you will take actions that will manifest into success. Once you believe you're a failure, you will take actions that will manifest that you're a failure. Once you believe that you are not enough for a responsible man to marry you, you will begin to take action that will make you not find responsible men to marry you. You will wonder why they are staying away. They are not staying away. It's the fact that your belief by your hand, you will take actions that will either attract what you believe or repel what you believe. That's the same reason when you want to buy a car, you enter a car shop. You don't see some cars for sale, not because they are not there, because in your mind, it's not your category. When you enter a car shop, all the cars are there. They are ranging from 100 million to 2 million. You just carry your leg and say, how much is this one? Say, this one is 2.5. Why do you go to 2.5? You didn't even notice that in that same place, there are cars for 100 million. And the reason why is that your leg carries you to what you believe. Your leg carries you to what you believe. So, these people, as they were moving towards the promised land, the reason why they begin to murmur, the reason why they worship carved animals, the reason why they did all of this was something, but because in their heart there was unbelief. So, all of those things they did were corresponding actions of the seated and rooted unbelief in their heart. Mark chapter 9 verse 21. Let's look at the law of believing. You want to change something? You want to change your results? you want to get pregnant, you want to get married, you want to become extremely successful, this is the biblical principle that will change the dynamics. The Bible says in Mark chapter 9 verse 21, and he asked his father, his father had brought a sick child, how long is it that this came on him, this sickness? And he said, of a child. And oftentimes it cast him into the fire and into the water and to destroy him. Now this is the first problem I see here. Everybody look up here. Yesterday I did a teaching. I've done a lot of teachings outside church on Instagram and on YouTube. I think you should go and watch. I think it will really help you. Because yesterday was phenomenal. I spoke about to the singles. God told me to marry you. Now, when you see this man, Jesus asked a simple question. How long ago did he come upon him? And he said, of a child. And he said, oftentimes it cast him into the fire, into the water to destroy him. And if you can do, if you can't, if, did you see the word if? It says if. There was no certainty that was possible. If you can do anything, have mercy upon us. Why was the person moving up and down? The reason why it was not stable is this, is in that same verse. It's just Christ says, how long has it been? All of a sudden, he began to tell us, it has put him in the fire, it has put him in the floor, it has put him in this, it has put him in that. The first thing you must notice is this. When you know you're in big trouble, you begin to have a problem mentality, not a miracle mentality. They ask you, how is your job? Instead of they said, I'm still waiting for one. You say, how will I get a job? I've tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. I don't know what's going on in this country. This and this and this. You know why you're talking that way? Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. In the whole of your being, you are so focused on your mountain is magnified in your heart. That's the why the Bible says in Mark chapter 11, it says, whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed. It didn't say that you should talk to God about your mountain. He said, talk to your mountain about your God. So you talk to a lady that's trying to get pregnant. She will tell you that, how far with pregnancy? I don't know what's happening. I've just given up. I've been to this hospital, I've been to the hospital, And the reason why she talks that way is not because she wants to talk that way. But over time, there is a total focus on the problem. That focus has grown so much in her heart. She cannot see herself outside that problem. She doesn't know this, that the more she focuses on the problem, the more she stays away from the answer. So the question today is this. As you think and pray and have conversation, are you seeing the mountain or are you seeing the solution? Are you seeing the miracle or are you seeing the challenge? Are you seeing the breakthrough or are you seeing the limit? What are you seeing? People come to church and begin to say, hey, I believe I receive. Let me tell you something. Those things that they say most of the time are religious, just cliches. Because when you sit down with them in practical conversations, what they believe will come out. They will tell you, oh boy, things are tough. I'm tired of everything. And it's out of the abundance of the heart. The question is that how did those things get into your heart in the first place? It's by you constantly worrying and meditating in fear. That's how your heart becomes full of those things. Once your heart becomes full of those things, you cannot have a breakthrough, sir. The Bible says this, and oftentimes they cast him into the fire, into the water. Who asked him that question? And listen, when I teach like this, sometimes it seems as if the pastor is so tough. And I understand. But this is, I understand that you're going through a challenge and the challenge is huge. But the principle is this. The more you focus on the challenge, the more you will not come out of it. As long as Anna was crying and saying Penina was a problem, she never had a child. The moment she told God, you need a prophet after Samuel is gone, she got pregnant. As long as the disciples were saying, where will we get money and food to feed these people? They never had anything. The moment Jesus Christ said, bring the 5 loaves, a miracle happened. So you are there right now, and you know the thing, you are praying for A, but you are believing for B. So in your prayer, Father, I really want to have a breakthrough, but your mind is full of negativity of how you not get a breakthrough. believe, if you can believe, if you can believe that you can carry that pregnancy, as this woman, they say, cannot get pregnant. If you can believe that that business that you lost can come back to 500 million turnover per year, if you can believe, Jesus was very clear. He says, if you can believe, not if you can pray, not if you can sing, not if you can sow. He said the first thing, sir, is if you can believe. What can you believe? All